Hello everyone, this is Pauline Angel from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Karunya. In this video, I'm going to show you some programs on usage of control statements for logical building in object-oriented programming. So let's get started. First program that I'm going to implement and show you is to find a palindrome of a given number. So let me show you the code. I have written the program for this to find the palindrome of a number. First, I have imported a Java scanner class for getting the input from the user, and then I have declared I have created a class called palindrome, and then a main function, and then declared the variables for the program. So since we have imported the scanner class, I have used it. We are going to use that for getting the input from the user, and then coming to the main function here, I have used the while loop. Here n will be the number which is going to be from the user, which we are going to get from the user, and then rem declares the reminder, and res is result. And then coming to the if statement, if else conditions, here I have used a temporary variable var. If you can see here, var temporary, it's a temporary variable. So after executing this while loop, if the temporary variable is equal to the result, then it will show that the given number is a palindrome, or else it will show the given number is not palindrome. So let us execute this and see. So here it is asking us to enter a number. So let me give 454. See, the given number is palindrome. So the code is correct and it has executed the result. And let's go into this next program. This is to execute this following pattern. So let me show you. This is a pyramid pattern. So here I have given, since we are asked to do a 3-row here. So I have given number 3, have initialized n equals to 3 itself, and then a temporary variable which is equals to 0. And then I have implemented the for loop and a while loop to execute the outer loop and the inner loop. The first for loop is for the outer is the outer loop, which executes the number of rows, and then the next for loop is for the spaces, and then after that while loop is to print the number of stars in it. So let me execute that and I'll show you. So this is how the pyramid pattern is going to get displayed. And then moving on to the next one is to find the following pattern. It's a number pattern this time. So let me show you the code for this. So here I have created a class called num pattern. So in this also I have initialized n equals to 3, since we are going to have only 3 rows. And then I have used the for loop again. The first for loop is for the number of rows and number of columns, and then the inner loops are going to be the first inner loop for loop is going to be for the spaces, and then the next for loop is for the first half of the pattern, and then the next for loop, the final for loop, is for the second half of the pattern, which means the first for loop is going to execute, since the pattern here which we have seen, it's going to be like a palindrome. So that's why the first one will execute the continuous number, and then the second for loop will get decreased, which gives us the palindrome number. So let me execute this and I'll show you. So this is how it will. And then moving on to the next one is to calculate an electricity bill for the following tariff. So here we are given unit ranges and cost per unit. So according to that, we are going to create it. So I have used a scanner class again, imported a scanner class, and then created a class called tariff, and then the main function. And then I have for user information for the user, I have given what the information that which the user uses to enter the units. And then I have using this scanner code so that the user will give us the input. And then I have initialized this float so that any number will be taken. And then if else using if else loop, I have declared the ranges here, since we are given 1 to 100 and 101 to 300, and the according amount that it has to be calculated. So finally, after closing the loop, let's run the code and see. So here we are asking, it is asking to enter the units. Let's give a number called 456. See, the amount to be paid is given. Since the 456 will lie in the range of 301 and 500, it is going to give the value which we have to pay according to the calculation given here. And then moving on to the final one is to develop a menu-driven program and subscription services of an OTT platform. So we are given some information here for basics, kids, sport, and English. So according to that, we are going to create a menu-driven program. So this is the code for it. So here, similar to the previous one, I have created a class called OTT and then given the information for the user. And then I have given the option so that the user will give us input. And then I have initialized the variables. And then since we are given the information about how much amount we have to be, it has to be calculated. And then I have initialized the switch loop, which contains cases and then break conditions here. And then according to the user information, the cases will be executed, and according to the cases, the amount will be calculated. So let us run this code and see. So here it is asking us, let me show you. See, here it is asking us to select an option. So let me select option 3, which is sports. So here it has given us the amount that we have to pay for to execute the sports channel. So these are some problems. These are some programs for control statements in object-oriented programming. Hope you understood this well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.